हेलो टू एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। सो आज के वीडियो में हम लेक्चर 2 कवर करेंगे इन शॉर्ट में। सो स्टार्ट करते हैं लेक्चर 2। होपिंग कि आप सभी ने लेक्चर नंबर 1 कवर कर लिया होगा इन शॉर्ट रिवीजन में। नहीं कवर किया है तो मैं आपको लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दूँगी, आप डिस्क्रिप्शन में क्लिक करके फर्स्ट वीडियो देख लीजिए। सो आइए बढ़ते हैं वीडियो की तरफ। का गोल होगा यंग एंड मेच्योर एंथर, सेकेंड इज गेमेटोजेनेसिस, गेमीट फॉर्मेशन, एंड थर्ड is the structure of pistil. First we will do the revision of the previous lecture, that is our first lecture in short. So angiosperm, also known as flowering plant, main part of angiosperm is sporophyte and gametophyte. Okay, स्पोर फॉर्म इन स्पोर कहाँ पे फॉर्म होते हैं, यू हैव टू टिक इन इट फर्स्ट इन एंथर और इन सेपल और इन पेटल और इन पिस्टल. So if you know the answer, stop the video and comment down. The answer is anther and pistil. In anther and pistil, spore formation occur. Now come to the structure of stamen. The structure of stamen, this is the distal and this one is proximal end, and this long is known as filament. Distal is attached to the anther. Filament is thin, slender and long in size. Okay, proximal end is attached to the thalamus or the petal. Now let's see the feature of the anther. Anther is bilobed. anther के पास दो लोब हैं. Anther is diathecous. One lobe has two theca, due to which it is known as diathecous. 4 microsporangia, okay, due to which it is also known as tetragonal, as the anther is known as tetragonal. Now see, this is the diagram. This is theca and the round circular one is microsporangia. This one is one lobe. This layer is known as theca. Layer around the microsporangia is known as theca. Okay, now microsporangia is circular. Okay, so let's come to this diagram. This is the diagram of young anther. Let's see, this first layer is epidermis. Second, inside it, which is thicker one, is endothecium. Third, this one is middle layer, and inside it, this is tapetum. Okay, and inside it sporanginous tissue are there. This sporanginous tissue is also there. These two are the stromium from which the pollen are released. This is known as the stromium. We will learn about this in more details in the further lecture. Okay, I hope you have understood this first page. If you have any doubt, please comment. You have seen the layer of the young anther. Outside first is epidermis, then endothecium, then middle layer, then tapetum, then microsporangia is first microsporangia, circular one is known as microsporangia, then inside the tapetum there is sporanginous tissue. So let's see, epidermis plus endothecium plus middle layer, this layer does the work of protection. Dehiscence means that anther open and by which the pollen release, anther खुलता है और pollen release हो जाते हैं. Let's see, this sporanginous tissue is a diploid spore. Remember this, sporanginous tissue is the diploid spore. Now by this, till here our revision part is completed of the first lecture. Now we will move to the new session, which is of lecture 2. Okay, so now this layer is epidermis, which is outermost layer. Main role is of protection. Okay, second is endothecium, is large in size. Large size of cell are there. Secondly, thickening of cellulose is on the radial plus on the inner tangential wall. First understand, this is this one. This is the tangent. It is known as tangent, and this is the radius of a circle. You can imagine that, and by this here you can see that in this also, this one is the inner tangential wall, and this line is the radial wall. So this is the radial wall of the endothecium, and this is the tangential inner tangential wall. Okay, so here thickening of cellulose is present on radial plus on the inner tangential wall. Now let's see about middle layer. Middle layer can be of 1 to 3 layer. Here two layers are only here. Here are only two layers, but it can be of 1 to 3 layers. What does middle layer do? Middle layer pass the nutrition from connective to the tapetum. Taking nutrition from connectives, middle layer take the nutrition from connective and pass it to the tapetum. Okay, this last layer is tapetum. This one is known as tapetum. In tapetum, more than one nucleus is present. We know that 3 layers help in the protection and the dehiscence of the anther. But in exam, if it comes that name the one layer which help in the dehiscence, only the one layer, so you can write it as endothecium. 2 cell of endothecium. We are taking the example of 2 cell of endothecium. Here 2 cell of endothecium are there. This is the thickening of the cellulose. This one is the thickening. This thickening of cellulose. The water gets removed, so these cellulose will soak. The cellulose सुकड़ जाएंगे. इसके कारण से pollen grains easily यहाँ से pass हो पाएंगे. Okay, pollen grains will easily can pass through it. This is in the NCERT line, which is important I think. As anther mature and dehydrate, microspore dissociated from each other. एंथर मैच्योर और डिहाइड्रेट हो जाता है, माइक्रोस्पोर डिसोसिएट हो जाते हैं एक दूसरे से और पोलन ग्रेन बनाते हैं. ओके, वी विल सी. दिस इज नॉट इन NCERT but remember it once. Hygroscopic is known as endothecium, which absorbs. Endothecium means which absorb the water. I hope you have understand this much. Second page. And epidermis is outermost layer. Main role is protection. And endothecium is large in size, thickening of cellulose on the radical plus on the inner tangential wall. Middle layer pass the nutrition from the connective to the tapetum. Okay, and if in the exam question asks which one layer help in the dehiscence, then the answer is endothecium. 2 cell of endothecium. If it is asked, that you can write that when it will soak the water or the water will remove it, the cellulose soak itself, by which more space is provided so that the pollen grain can pass through it. And in this, remember this, anther matures and dehydrate, microspore dissociated from each other and form the pollen grains. Okay, if any doubt from this page, comment it down below. Now move towards the tapetum. Detail about the tapetum. This is the structure of tapetum. This one is the nucleus. The dotted one is the nucleus, as this is the tapetum. These dots are the nucleus. These are the sporanginous tissue. What is the sporanginous tissue? By meiosis, the spore form. By meiosis, spore form, that formation is known as sporanginous tissue. And understand this, that tapetum has dense cytoplasm, due to which it can do the more activity. And tapetum have binucleated, multinucleated condition is present in it. Binucleated means 2 or more than 2 nuclei are present in it. If the question asks that how it became multi and binucleated, ये bi और multinucleated कैसे बनेगा, तो आप लिख सकते हैं कि first we have know that this is tangential and this is the radial. If we breaks this wall, then the nucleus will come together, due to which it is known as multi or binucleated. Now we come to the role of the tapetum. Tapetum provides the nourishment to the developing pollen, which came from the middle layer. Okay, from the middle layer, you can understand that easily. Secondly, see that tapetum produce Ubish granule, which produce exine. Tapetum also produce exine, but it produce Ubish granule, which produce the exine. Now see, what does tapetum do? Tapetum, firstly, pollen forming. Tapetum release the granule, which is in small amount in the sporanginous tissue, by which the pollen starts forming, and this Ubish granule produce the exine. Tapetum provides sticky material. The material is sticky, and that material is known as pollen kit, and the pollen kit is formed outside the exine. Pollen kit form होती है exine के बाहर. Okay, this third one is known as the sticky material. Nymph pollen kit produce is known as helpful for the insect pollination. Last one, this is quite important, that is release Callose enzyme. Tapetum release the Callose enzyme. Callose enzyme means the layer of the carbohydrate. Okay, as anther develops sporanginous tissue, anther develops the sporanginous tissue by which anther develops sporanginous tissue, mitotic division done, and due to which microspore tetras occur. This both is in NCERT. Bit confusion is there in it. Okay, listen it carefully. As anther develop, जैसे ही anther developed होता है, जो sporanginous tissue है वो mitotic division करते हैं और microspore tetrad बना देते हैं. Now let's see the second one. पोलन मदर सेल, जो पोलन मदर सेल है वो मियोसिस करके माइक्रोस्पोर बना देती है. दिस प्रोसेस को बोला जाता है माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिनस. आई विल रिपीट इट वंस. पोलन मदर सेल मियोसिस करके माइक्रोस्पोर बना देती है. मियोसिस फॉर्मिंग माइक्रोस्पोर, दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज माइक्रोस्पोरेंजिनस. दिस इज द थर्ड पेज. आप नोट्स भी इसमें से बना सकते हैं. आई हैव मेड इट प्रॉपरली. ओके, दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर. Again we come to the fifth point, that was the tapetum release the Callose enzyme. We see it how it will release and what occur, majorly what does occur in it. Okay, so let's move. This is the last point which we will cover in detail. First is this is the tapetum. These are the sporanginous tissue. These sporanginous tissue, these cells are in the connection with each other. Okay, cytoplasm, it's attached together. The attachment of cytoplasm together is known as plasmodesmata. Okay, ये आप याद रखना. ये जो स्पोरेंजिनस टिश्यू हैं, इन दिस साइटोप्लाज्म एक दूसरे से अटैच हैं और इसको बोला जाता है प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा कनेक्शन. ओके, अगर अभी हमको इस कनेक्शन को ब्रेक करवाना है, क्योंकि हमें इन सारे सेल को अलग अलग मियोसिस करवाना है, तो उसके लिए हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोग इन सेल्स के बाहर कैलोस लेयर लगा देंगे. कैलोस लेयर का कनेक्शन लग जाएगा एंड ड्यू टू दिस कैलोस लेयर द कनेक्शन विल ब्रेक. एंड इफ़ यू आर अज्यूमिंग दिस वन सेल हेयर, दैट this is named as microspore mother cell, which is diploid. By meiosis it will form the 4 haploid cells. meiosis करने के बाद वो 4 माइक्रोस्पोर बना देगी. इसके अंदर जो हर एक स्पोर है वो पोलन ग्रेन प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है. द स्पोर इनसाइड इट हैज़ द कैपेबिलिटी टू प्रोड्यूस फुल पोलन ग्रेन. Okay, now these spore, if we take out these spores, now here Callose layer is there. So to remove this layer and to make the pollen grain, tapetum will release the enzyme called the Callose, which will digest the Callose layer, due to which 4 different pollen grains will produce. And this is the question, that is Callose is the enzyme. This is recent. Callose is the enzyme which digests this layer. Okay, Callose is enzyme which digests the layer, because if the layer is not digested, here 4 haploid cell will not be separated. जो यहाँ पे 4 सेल हैं वो सेपरेट नहीं होंगी और ड्यू टू विच पोलन ग्रेन्स प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो पाएंगे. इसके लिए टेपेटम रिलीज द एंजाइम विच डाइजेस्ट दिस लेयर, ड्यू टू विच हियर इट इज़ नोन दैट टेपेटम रिलीज द कैलोज एंजाइम. लास्ट पॉइंट इज दिस. आई होप आपको समझ आ गया होगा कि क्यों टेपेटम रिलीज द कैलोज एंजाइम, क्योंकि लास्टली इट हैज़ टू मेक द पोलन ग्रेन्स. नाउ वी कैन मूव टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. नाउ we have gamete formation inside the anther. Let's see it once. Here, gamete formation inside the anther. This is the structure of tapetum. These are the sporanginous tissue. Then these sporanginous tissue are known as microspore mother cell or pollen mother cell. Every sporanginous tissue can undergo meiosis and form the microspore, which will be the haploid. Okay, now see the structure, that is this is the vegetative cell, this is the generative cell. Here you have to answer this question, that pollen grain is male gamete or male gametophyte. Answer this in the comment section. I will check your answer. Okay, and I will tell you the answer of this in the next video. I hope you know the answer, but if not, guess at once. Here are total 2 steps by which the pollen produces. First one is the microsporanginous. microspore mother cell or the pollen mother cell, which is haploid, undergo meiosis, by which the 4 microspore produce, which are these are known as spore tetrad, which are haploid. This is diploid microspore mother cell, and the spore microspore are produced. These are the haploid. Here, every microspore will make the pollen. These microspore can make the pollen. Now come to the next step, which is known as development of pollen. Here we will develop the pollen from the spore, or the same is there, or haploid microspore, or the haploid microspore will produced from the pollen. When you can write both. Okay. Now see, this is the microspore, which is haploid, and here we take the vacuole. Inside it, nucleus has come to one side, pushed to one side at the vacuole, and due to which here asymmetric spindle fiber will occur, and now the cell will break into two. First one would be the larger in size, and second is the smaller in size. Let's see. This one is the bigger in size. This one, which is known as vegetative cell, and downwards is known as generative cell, which is smaller in size. Vegetative cell is of irregular nucleus, whereas generative cell has shaped, which floats in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell. Okay, now understand this. Vegetative, you can understand that by the vegetable, which will have to big in the size and space रखनी होगी. Food have to result. In generative means small amount, and here only the spindle fiber will float in the vegetative cell. See this, the outermost layering is known as exine, the inner layer is intine, and the inner is known as plasma membrane. This is the generative cell, and this is the vegetative cell. Now see, the nucleus will be in the center, and here the spindle fiber will be there, and it will cut in the equal direction. It will divide equally. But if the nucleus is in the any side of the cell, then asymmetric division will be occur, which will divide unequally. So the cell first is the bigger, and the another one will be the of small size. See the structure here. This outermost layer is exine. This is the vegetative cell. This one. This inside it intine cell is there. Then plasma membrane. Then outside that the spindle like is the generative cell. And if the exine is not present, or the sporulin is not present, or the absent, that part is known as germ pore. Write it down in your notebook. Where exine or the sporulin is absent, that part is known as sporulin, by which pollen can be produced. Now let's see about the vegetative cell and about the generative cell. Vegetative cell is big in the size, and nucleus is of irregular shape. This is the vegetative cell. Inside it, this is vegetative cell, and this one is generative cell. Generative cell float in the vegetative cell. Here pollen tube is produced, as here exine or sporulin is absent, due to which pollen tube is produced. Pollen tube made from the intine. pollen tube intine से बनती है, और इसके पास फूड वेजिटेटिव सेल से आता है. Here vegetative cell is large in size. Features you can note. Vegetative cell is large in size. Second, food reserved in vegetative cell. Nucleus, the shape of nucleus is irregular. It forms the pollen tube too. वेजिटेटिव सेल बड़े साइज का होता है, फूड रिजर्व होता है, न्यूक्लियस इरेगुलर शेप का होता है, और ये पोलन ट्यूब भी प्रोड्यूस करती हैं. तो आइए चलते हैं अभी जनरेटिव सेल की तरफ. द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ जनरेटिव सेल, you know, now you can easily remember the layers, the name of it. First, outermost is exine, then intine, then plasma membrane. This is the generative cell, which is of small size and spindle in shape. Here pollen tube is produced, where exine or sporulin is absent. In this, pollen grain form two male gamete when vegetative nucleus divides. जब vegetative सेल के अंदर न्यूक्लियस डिवाइड होता है, देन टू मेल गैमीट फॉर्म इन द पोलन ग्रेन, इन वन पोलन ग्रेन. Okay, so generative cell have two male gamete. Now the features. Cell has spindle shaped dense cytoplasm and nucleus. स्मॉल साइज का होता है, फ्लोट करता है साइटोप्लाज्म में. किसके साइटोप्लाज्म में? वेजिटेटिव सेल के साइटोप्लाज्म में. बाय डूइंग माइटोसिस जनरेटिव सेल फॉर्म टू मेल गैमीट. माइटोसिस करने के दौरान जनरेटिव सेल प्रोड्यूस करता है दो मेल गैमीट. सो आई होप आपको समझ में आ गया होगा दैट the generative cell is spindle in shaped and cytoplasm nucleus is there small size का होता है float in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell by doing mitosis generative cell form two male gamete okay this one last one is important I hope आपको समझ में आ गया होगा I tried my best to explain you or revise you what you have done in the lecture and hardly it takes 20 to 25 minutes I hope समझ में आ गया subscribe to my channel like to my channel and press the bell icon for the notification I will regularly put the videos और अभी आप बता सकते हैं कमेंट्स में कि आपको थर्ड लेक्चर का रिवीजन चाहिए क्विक रिवीजन अबाउट द NCERT lines or you want the third lecture which will come out tomorrow what you want please let me know in the comment section till then study hard focus on the studies and please subscribe to my channel thank you पढ़ाई करते रहिए